Hello everyone, my name is Lida Latera and me and my group are going to be speaking to you today about the Ohio State Studies and the University of Michigan Studies on the dimensions of leader behaviors. The failures of early trait studies led researchers in the late 1940s through the 1960s to wonder whether there was something unique in the way effective leaders behave. Trait research provides a basis for selecting the right people for leadership. In contrast, behavioral theories of leadership implied so it could train people to be leaders. The most comprehensive theories resulted on the Ohio State University leadership studies that focused on identifying behaviors that were indicative of strong leaders. The research was based on the questionnaires known as the leader behavior and the supervisor behavior description questionnaires to leaders and to the subordinates of the organizations. The studies was narrowed the list of two that is substantially accounted for most of the leadership behavior described by the employees. That will be tackled by my group member, Daisy Bayang.
The behavioral theory is accounted for most of the leadership behavior and is described by employees in two different aspects. First is the initiating structure, and second is the consideration. Initiating structure, or the task-oriented, is the extent to which a leader is likely to define and structure the role and those of employees in the search for goal attainment. A leader in high initiating structure is someone that focuses on behaviors such as it assigns group members to particular tasks, it maintains the definite performance standards, it emphasizes the meeting of deadlines, and it ensures the group to maintain organizational expectations. Second is the consideration, or the people-oriented. It is defined as the extent to which a leader exhibits concern for the welfare of the members of the group, with a focus on interpersonal relationships, mutual trust, and friendship. The consideration leadership style focuses primarily on being friendly and approachable, maintaining equality between leaders, team members, and stakeholders, ensuring the personal welfare of group members, and being accessible to group members.
The second behavioral study is in the University of Michigan. The Michigan Behavioral Studies are important link in the ongoing development of behavioral theory in a leadership framework. Leadership studies at the University of Michigan Survey Center had similar objectives: to locate behavioral characteristics of leaders that appeared related to performance effectiveness. The Michigan Leadership Studies were the well-known series of leadership studies that commenced at the University of Michigan in the 1950s. Studies were conducted around the same time as the Ohio State Leadership Studies, which also identified the focus on tasks and people. The Michigan group in a leadership study discovered two dimensions of leadership behavior, which were described as employee-oriented leadership and production-oriented.
And as for the two dimensions of leadership behavior, which were employee-oriented leader, which was emphasized interpersonal relationships by taking a personal interest in the needs of their employees and accepting individual differences among the team members. For the second one, production-oriented leader emphasized the technical or task aspects of the job, focusing on the accomplishing the group's task. The studies of Michigan also identified three critical characteristics of effective leaders: task-oriented behavior, relationship-oriented behavior, and participative leadership. This means that a leader will primarily be focused on people or focused on tasks. Leadership requires results. However, a leader must find balance between accomplishing a required task and developing others in the process. The dimensions are closely related to the Ohio State dimensions. Employee-oriented leadership is similar to consideration, and production-oriented leadership is similar to initiating structure. The Michigan Leadership Studies, along with the Ohio State Studies, that took place in the 1940s are two of the best-known behavioral leadership studies and continue to be cited to this day.